On behalf of the entire Board of Directors and the ASECU management team, I would like to welcome everyone online to the 65th annual meeting of the ASECU. This is the fourth year that we have had this meeting online. As we all know, COVID markedly changed our lives and the operation of many institutions in our country. It is the hope of the Board of Directors to soon go back to the more traditional meeting setting for this annual meeting, where we can enjoy the camaraderie of our friends and colleagues in a casual setting. To assure that we had a quorum for this evening's meeting, we needed at least 1% of the membership to designate their proxy for attendance. Our total membership is 14,331. Our voting membership is 14,320. Proxies needed to meet a 1% internal statute of 143. Fortunately, 146 proxy votes were cast. Therefore, we have a quorum and can proceed with this meeting. Before I introduce our Board of Directors, I would like to take a moment to recognize an outgoing director who recently resigned. Mr. Robert Fry is stepping down from the board after serving 10 years on the ASECU board. In those 10 years, Bob was president, or should I say, he was chair for 3 years, vice chair for 3 years, and a director for that remaining 4 years. Bob came to us from the 1714 Cavalier Credit Union and has been a strong advocate for credit unions for over 50 years. We all give Bob our best wishes as he pursues other interests. Bob, you will be missed. Our board will be meeting soon to discuss a replacement for Bob. I would now like to introduce our distinguished Board of Directors. To my far left, Dr. Charles A. Stevens. Dr. Stevens was first elected in the year 2000 and is in his 9th 3-year term. During his tenure, Chuck has served several years as chairman of our Board of Directors. Next to Dr. Stevens is Dr. Fred Owens. He's a director who is in his first term. He was elected in 2022. To my direct right is John O'Connor. John is our current treasurer. He was appointed in April 2009 and is now serving his 4th 3-year term. And finally, on my far right is Kathy R. Holman. She is our current vice chairperson and was elected to her first term in 2017 and is now serving in her 3rd 3-year term of office. Missing from our meeting this evening is Joseph Roski Jr. Mr. Roski is a bit under the weather, unable to be here, and he is currently serving as our secretary. Joe came to us when the Republic Credit Union merged with us a few years ago. He was appointed in 2021 and is serving his first 3-year term where he was elected in 2022. At this juncture in the agenda, we will read the 2023 annual meeting minutes. That is usually done by the secretary. However, as I pointed out, Mr. Roski is unable to be here. So in his place, Mrs. Holman will be reading those 2023 minutes. Kathy?
Hello. These are the Associated School Employees Credit Union meeting minutes of the 63rd annual meeting, which was held January 24th, 2023. Chairperson Kathy R. Holman called the 64th annual meeting of the Associated School Employees Credit Union to order on January 24th, 2022 at 6:02 p.m. The virtual meeting was administered by, January 24th, 2023 at 6:02 p.m. The virtual meeting was administered by credit union ballot. Chairperson Holman welcomed those present and stated that the quorum of 1% of eligible voting members, 133 needed, was assured by 137 proxy votes received online. She then went on to ask each member of the board of directors to introduce themselves and give some personal background. She further noted that 2 directors, Charles Stevens and Frank Lazzari, were not physically in attendance. Holman then introduced Secretary Frank Lazzari, who read the minutes of the 63rd annual meeting from a remote location. A motion was made by Joseph Roski to approve the minutes, seconded by John O'Connor. The motion approved by virtual vote. Chair Holman introduced Treasurer John O'Connor, who reported on the 2023 election results. He introduced the nominating committee and stated that there were 2 vacancies and the committee received applications from 3 qualified candidates: Robert Fry, Kathy Holman, and Mitchell M. Paxton. Voting took place online between November 15th, 2022 and December 15th, 2022. The membership elected Robert L. Fry and Kathy R. Holman. They are each elected for a 3-year term. President and Chief Executive Officer Michael Kurish presented the Treasurer's report. Motion to accept the Treasurer's report by John O'Connor, second by Joseph Roski, and motion was approved by virtual vote. Michael Kurish then presented the President CEO report. He welcomed all to the 64th annual meeting of the Associated School Employees Credit Union shareholders meeting. He stated that ASECU is one of our area's last locally owned and operated financial institutions. ASECU is not governed by high-paid directors who sit in a boardroom in New York, Cleveland, or Chicago. ASECU is governed by a volunteer board of your peers. They make decisions that meet your needs, not those of an investment banker, unquote. Kurish highlighted some of the 2022 ASECU successes. Assets grew by 12.5 million. Loan growth of over 21 million. ASECU was able to return over 500,000 in capital, or 2 times the return of 2021. More robust online and mobile banking platforms enable our members to access their accounts 24/7. Audits performed in 2022 found that we have sound operating policies and procedures and have safe computer IT systems in place. Kurish also stated that in 2023, ASECU will continue to make enhancements to our digital platforms to make more information available to our members faster and easier while keeping member information safe and protected. In just a few months, we will unveil our updated website, which will be easier to navigate and make it easier to access more account data. Members will be able to open new accounts, make an application for a loan from home 24/7. In closing, Kurish thanked the board of directors for their service and dedication to ASECU. He recognized and thanked the staff who continue to be our most valuable asset. He then announced the retirement of Karen Boris, the face of the Boardman branch, who was with the ASECU for over 30 years. Lastly, he thanked the membership and stated, quote, "You are the reason we are here. Over the last 63 years, you have entrusted us to serve your financial needs. We understand that it is you we are here to serve. Each day we do our best to earn your trust. In 2023, we will look for even better ways to serve our members. Whether you are looking for a home loan, a new car, or just need spending cash, give us a call and let us help. The future of ASECU is bright. Membership is open to everyone, and our best messenger is you. Let us prove to you that ASECU is the best place to save and the only place to borrow. Unquote. Chairperson Holman thanked all for participating in this virtual annual meeting. She informed the membership that in lieu of door prizes this year, the board voted unanimously to increase the G. Howard Shreve and Edison G. Lugerville Memorial Scholarships from $500 each to $1,000 each. Finally, Holman asked for input from the membership for ideas for improving the annual shareholders meeting. Motion to adjourn by Robert Fry, second by Fred Owens. Motion approved by virtual vote. The meeting adjourned at 6:26 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. Now, we realize that it does take a while to do our voting online, but at this time, I ask for a motion to approve the 2023 annual meeting minutes. And I believe that can be done either by a board member or online, and I just got the thumbs up that we do have a motion, and we'll need a second on that motion. And we have the second on that motion. At this point, I ask for a call for a vote to approve the meeting minutes from the 2023 annual meeting. Please signify on your screen aye if you approve. Board members?
Aye.
Board members unanimously approve. Our online attendees? The motion has carried and the minutes have been approved. At this point, I'd like to turn the podium back over to Vice Chair Holman, who will talk about the nominating committee and the election results from the recent election. Mrs. Holman?
Okay. The nominating committee election results. The election of 2 board members for a 3-year term. The nominating committee consisted of myself, Kathy R. Holman, John B. O'Connor, Alfred W. Owens, and Joseph Roski Jr. The nominees, Frank P. Lazzari, Mitchell M. Paxson, Charles A. Stevens. Voting was conducted from November 14th, 2023 to December 14th, 2023. Election results, Frank P. Lazzari and Charles A. Stevens were elected by the membership. Now I would like to introduce our President and Chief Executive Officer, Michael Courage.
Thank you, Kathy. I'd also like to thank each of you for taking time out of your evening to join us for the 65th annual meeting of the Associated School Employees Credit Union shareholders. 2024 is an exciting year for ASECU. 2024 marks our 65th anniversary, which we will be celebrating throughout the year. My understanding the celebration begins by the end of this month. Please watch our Facebook page for announcements of giveaways that will be occurring at each of our offices. In the 1950s and 60s, credit unions were organized throughout the valley. In May of 1959, a small group of educators in the Austintown School District met and started the Austintown School Employees Credit Union, which would later be known as the Associated School Employees Credit Union. The first board members of the credit union were G. Howard Shreve, Robert Burns, Kathy Schunut, Gomer Lewis, and Gladys Stortz. A lot has changed and happened since 1959. In 1959, gas was 25 cents a gallon. Alaska and Hawaii were admitted to the United States. Dwight D. Eisenhower was our president, and 12 additional men have served that office since. The average income was $5,400 a year, and the average house cost $12,400. However, a lot has remained the same. People still want and expect professional and personal service, especially when it comes to their finances. At ASCC, you're not just a number, you're a member, a part owner, an owner of our local financial institution governed by a volunteer local board you know and who you elect. Since 1959, 35 men and women have served ASCCU as board members with a combined 396 years of experience. To recognize their service to the credit union, each year the credit union awards 2 scholarships, the G. Howard Tree Memorial Scholarship and the Ed Lugabill Memorial Scholarship. Both these men were early pioneers of the credit union movement in the Mahoney Valley. Without their service, ASCCU would not be what it is today. Today, our board is made up of individuals that were just introduced to you. Each month, they come together to review the performance of the credit union and to adopt new policies as needed. I want to thank each of them for their service and the roles that they play in achieving our success. 65 years ago, ASCCU made its first loan, a $300 loan for truck tires. We've come a long way since then. Today, you can not only get a loan for tires, but you can get a loan for the entire car and even the garage to put it in. In fact, ASCCU has some of the best home loan terms that you will find in the Valley. In 2023 alone, ASCCU wrote 1,280 loans totaling $37,450,000. Total loans at the end of the year were $122,859,603. The credit union membership has also grown. At the end of 2023, ASCCU had 14,212 members with deposits of $164,487,000. Total assets were $183,753,000. In 2023, the credit union also had gross earnings of $6,758,000. $1,346,000 of this was returned to our members in the form of dividends, and $786,000 were added to our reserves. Since 1959, we have increased the methods members can access their accounts. Besides visiting one of our locations in Austintown, Boardman, Lordstown, or Newton Falls, or using your ASCC issued debit or credit card, members can also use our 24-hour telephone access line to obtain balances or to transfer funds between accounts to see what checks have cleared their accounts. We also offer a full-featured home banking and bill pay site at www.ascc.com. From the site, users are able to have access to all their accounts, pay bills, transfer funds. There's even an application that allows you to track all your personal assets and liabilities. And access to your updated net worth is always just a click away. We are also constantly improving and enhancing our mobile banking application that allows users to access their accounts using their smartphones. Find our app in your phone app store or visit us at ascc.com to download it today. Despite all the technology available, our greatest and best service continues to be in the form of our employees. When you call or stop by the credit union, you will be greeted by the friendliest, most knowledgeable, and helpful people in the industry. Each of our employees understand we are here to serve your needs. Yes, a lot has changed in 65 years, but we have not forgotten who we are or how to treat people. We look forward to continuing to serve your financial needs in the future. Let us show you why ASCCU is the best place to save and the only place to borrow. Thank you for allowing us to serve you.
Thank you, Mike. At this time, I'd like to call for a motion to approve the treasurer's report.
So moved.
John O'Connor moves. Do we have a second? Fred Owen, seconds that. All in favor, online, vote, please. And fellow directors,
Aye.
we have a unanimous vote from the Board of Directors. Online, we're still voting. Thank you for participating and thank you for approving the treasurer's report. Any final remarks? On behalf of the management team, on behalf of the board of directors, I thank you for participating this evening on the 65th annual meeting of the members of the ASCCU, Associated School Employees Credit Union. As tradition started last year, we are once again giving out 2 $1,000 scholarships to deserving seniors from the area that we serve. One in honor of G. Howard Shreve and one in honor of Edison Lugerville. And much in line with what last year's Chair Holman stated, all of the board members, we are open for your suggestions to improve, to make this an even better place to borrow and to invest your money. Thank you again for being here this evening, and God bless.
Motion to adjourn.
I have to have a motion to adjourn. Thank you.
Also move.
Kathy Holman, the motion to adjourn. Do we have a second? Dr. Stevens, seconds. If we could vote on that, please, online and here in person.
Aye.
Aye. Unanimously voted to accept, to approve, to adjourn online. Also online. Again, thank you.